Hello, and thanks again for visiting my channel. Today I'm just going to do another daily look, again using my Naked palette. I'm just one of those people that I just feel uncomfortable when I pay money for something that I haven't used, and I just want to use things up, you know what I mean? It's just a good feeling. And so I don't know how long ago I bought this. I must have bought this like few years ago, but you know what, it goes to show that if you have a really good product, it will last. So I'm gonna go ahead. I have a fresh face on right now. I don't have any makeup. I've been testing this makeup from MAC. It's the Matchmaker 2.0, and so far I've been really liking it, and so I'm going to demonstrate how I put this on. Okay, so the sample comes in a little thing like this, and I feel like of all the foundations I've been testing, I'm gravitating towards this the most because I like the consistency. I like that it's not too heavy or it's not too light, but it does provide some kind of coverage. So let's get started. So what I do is basically I dip it into it's a lot, but I like to just start off by putting it on my face like this, dotting it on my face. And I would definitely say this is like it gives you a natural finish. Your skin shows through. And I think I was matched well because this just looks so natural on me. And for me, this just gives me like an overall evenness. It doesn't necessarily cover. I mean, it does in the sense that it covers uneven blotches, but I can still see my skin through it. It's just more even canvas, pretty much. So what I do now is, what I like about it is that it feels very smooth, and again, it doesn't give me that heavy look, and it does provide some kind of coverage. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through and just apply just a little bit more. Especially on my cheeks, because my cheeks have this redness that I like to even out. I'm going to put a little bit more under my eyes. And I have oily combination skin, and I love how this covers my nose. It doesn't, I find that some foundations make my nose look powdery, but this one, it doesn't. And I think it's because I have oily combination skin, and sometimes my nose, especially around this area right here, can seem dry. But what this does is it really fills in those dry cracks, and it makes it look a lot nicer, if you get my drift. Sometimes when it's dry here and you put like makeup on, it'll show the dryness more, it'll accentuate it. Yeah, so that's what it does for me. That's how my skin is. So when I use this, and I really like it, I haven't heard much about Matchmaker from MAC on YouTube, but I'm really liking this. And for any of you that have like oily combination skin, I would definitely recommend it. And I'm in the color 2.0, and in MAC, I go between like NC 2025 to NW 2025. So if you're in that skin color range, I would definitely recommend Matchmaker 2.0. Okay, now I'm going to go into, I'm going to use my, again, brow product from Anastasia. This is the best thing I would recommend if you have the money. If you don't, it's not a big deal. Just use any brow pencil at the drugstore of your choice. Just don't, make sure that it's not too dark or too light. It's just something you have to experiment with. But that's the fun thing about makeup, is that you can experiment with it and you can always take it off if you don't like it. Sometimes I'll have days where I'll experiment and I find that I don't like the look at all, and so I'll just wipe it off and then continue with my day. Thank goodness for eyebrow pencils. It makes such a big difference. Now I'm going to go into doing my eyeliner. And I have a tip for you guys. If you have a ton of eyeliner that you've never used, but you don't use it because you don't like the color, a good tip is to use your eyeliners, but then put eyeshadow over it. So that way, you know, you're using the color of the eyeshadow that you like, and then you can use the eyeliner more of like a base for your eyeshadow. I'm trying to use this up because I just want to use it up. And I find that if I just use this alone, I don't really like the look that it gives me. So what I do is I top it with an eyeshadow. So let me go ahead and show you. And every now and then you want to look forward and see how it looks, because you do want to show that a little bit when you have your eyes open. Okay, that looks about right. So, okay, once you have your eyeliner on, make sure to put it back, cap is tight, and then I will go into Dark Horse this time. I think last time I used Hustle. So I'm just gonna dab it in like that. Make sure you pack it on, get a good amount in there, tap off any excess. And then just go over your eyeliner. And it's that simple. And I find that when I do this, it also helps to fill in the gap between the lash line and what's above, it fills in the lash line basically. We don't have to worry really about tight lining the lash line because it kind of, the powder just fills it in. Okay, so that is it, and I really have been favoring this type of makeup application because I have the product and I want to use it up, and it just gives me the look that I want. So, on with my eyes. Then what I do is I take a, let's see, where's my, I'll use this brush. I found a lot of brushes while rummaging through my drawers that I have. And this is the eye crease brush. I think it's by it's by Linda Cantel. And I don't know how I came across this brush, but so this is like a bigger pencil brush, if you will, and I'm just going to go into Naked, and I'm going to put this in my crease. Like on my lids, and then what I'll do is I'll take Virgin, and then I'll put this near my brows. Which you really can't notice, but I put it there anyway because I want to use it up. And do that. And then if I want a more muted look and I don't want too much attention on my eyes, I'll just do this. And then what I'll do is I will kind of do this to blend it out. And that is fine. That's a more muted, subtle look. Sometimes I like to put these shinier colors on, but today I'm just going to make it look very muted. Now I'm going to go on with my mascara. And a funny thing that I've been doing lately is I have not been curling my eyelashes. I've just been putting mascara on. So I'm just going to go and put my lashes. And I don't know if this is like an outdated, I don't want to say outdated, but I'm using a water-resistant blush called Bali by Cargo, and this is what it looks like. And if you open it, it's like that. And I've realized that I don't have a blush brush, which is odd because I usually have any brush you can think of. I went on this blush brush craze, and I know I bought a bunch, but I just can't find them. A pop of color. I don't even know if this is a blush brush, but I'm just using it. It's by Eco Tools. I think this is more of a face brush to apply powder, but because I can't find it. Okay, and there you. Lastly, I'm going to use a little bit of my Twig lipstick from MAC. And what I've been doing is I've been putting it on the inside of my lip and just working it out. Yeah, there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this daily look, and if you have any comments or want to rate and subscribe, please do give thumbs up, and I'll keep making these videos. Have a nice day.